Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how you can create a virtual private server in AWS or Amazon Web Services. A virtual private server is a virtual machine provided by a hosting provider that simulates a dedicated server environment. It offers root access, greater control, better security, and improved performance compared to shared hosting. Virtual private servers are widely used for hosting web applications due to its scalability and reliability. Okay, let's get it. First of all, you need to open this AWS console, which they name it, I don't know. So first of all, you need to log into AWS Management Console. Then you need to go to the launch instance, or first of all you need to open the AWS Management Console as I said, and then you need to open EC2 dashboard, it's in the corner, and then press the launch instance button here. After you press the launch instance button, there's this input where you need to give your virtual private server a name. So I'm going to give something like this. After that, you need to choose an OS or an operating system for your virtual private server. I'm using Ubuntu server 24 LTS or 22 LTS. I don't know what they'll give me, but I am choosing what they give me. I'm going to choose Ubuntu. It's easy to configure and everything, rather than Mac OS or Windows server, which is very overwhelming. So after I choose it, I need to select an instance which they already selected for me. Then the official storage amount will gonna be 8 GB or something, and you need to keep in mind that you really need to check on those SSH, HTTP and HTTPS checkboxes, otherwise you won't even be able to you won't even be able to connect via your browser to your web page. You need to create a key pair in here. A key pair is somewhat a bridge between your local computer and your virtual private server. The key, it is a key. It's the key which can open the bridge, so you can communicate. The main applications are PuTTY, but I'm using here MobaXterm, which is very versatile and very useful because it offers console and with file servers. Otherwise you need to open FileZilla or something to send your files through the network. So I'm gonna create the key pair here, and I'm gonna save it in my documents file so I can use it later on MobaXterm. And now I'm gonna log into my console via the command line which the browser already gave me. So and then in here you can see your public IPv4 address. You need to copy it for the later configurations. And here I am checking who am I, which is a command, so I could get the username. you're gonna need your username to log in from PuTTY or MobaXterm, anything. So keep in your mind that you need to know what's your name. Actually, the console already says your name, which is but in here use your private key, which we have already saved in our documents folder. And now I'm running sudo apt update to update all my repositories, so I won't get any outdated softwares or apps or anything. I'm gonna always keep my things fresh. That's what I'm really doing here. It's just sudo apt and just update. And after updating my sudo repositories, and I'm installing Apache 2, which is the infrastructure to run my website. You can choose between Apache 2 or Nginx, but in here I'm using Apache 2 because it's simple to configure rather than Nginx. So it's all about your choice, whatever you need. So after installing your Apache infrastructure, you need to check for its status. If the systemctl status of Apache 2 is not running or it is disabled or something, there are many consequences up ahead. So first of all, you need to make sure that your service is active and running. So you need to set the key code sudo systemctl status, which is you're checking for the status if it is running or not, and then the name, which is then the service name, which is Apache 2. And now I'm installing MySQL server, and with a -y. The -y means yes to all the questions that they are going to ask me. So don't ask any questions. That's the -y means. I'm going to use MySQL as my database for this example. So you can choose between MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, Firebase, whatever. But in this example, I'm going to use MySQL because it's simple, just like the Apache 2 service. After installing Apache and MySQL, now I'm gonna secure my installation, which is a process to keep my password in my MySQL so I can connect via PHP or Java or anything. So what I'm doing here is crucial for your activities, but it's not necessary, but it ensures the MySQL driver capabilities. That's what I taught. So it's on you. Here I'm just saying no to everything. And after my secure installation, I'm here altering the username for root, and I'm changing my password to 4 zeros, which is not very secure, but yeah, it's simple. So I'm just going to do that. After doing all of that things, I just made a new database called VPS, and now I'm using that VPS, and I'm creating a table called user, which has a primary key named ID. It auto increments and has username, password, and status, which is on and off boolean value. In databases there are no such values called as boolean. They are tiny ints, so it's going to be 0 or 1. If it is 0, it's inactivity. If it is 1, it is active. That's what I'm determining in here. And after creating the table, I'm actually inserting 2 rows of data into the table for my, what can I say, for my later configuration or my later viewing purposes, whatever. It's on to you. And after doing all of that things, I'm just closing up my MySQL, which by pressing Ctrl plus Z, and then I'm back with my Ubuntu console. I really don't know the technical names for here, but yeah, I'm doing it. And after installing Apache, MySQL, and now I'm installing PHP, which is a programming language. As you guys know, it's a server-side language. My dog is barking, so don't really think about it. In here I'm installing PHP, libapache 2 and PHP, which is like a bridge again. PHP MySQL, the driver which you need to make a bridge between PHP and MySQL. I'm saying a lot of bridges, just don't mind it. And PHP curl, so you can curl downloads. And again -y, which is also known as don't ask me anything. And after installing everything I need to, now I'm gonna open my file directory, and inside var www, and in HTML there's this index.html, or that HTML folder is where you need to put your whole web page inside. So when you are accessing your IP address or your domain name from the web browser, that's HTML folder's index is the one that's gonna pop up. So here I'm only just making something stuff up. So I'm just doing this php info command, so I could actually see all the information about my PHP versions. That's it. It's just for checking it. So after doing that, I could proceed to uploading my web page. In here I've done something terrible, which is I coded PHP into my HTML code, which is now I'm going to rename to PHP again. My bad. And there's this one case where you have to make permission for you to do everything on your console, so you need this specific Linux code, so you can change your ownership, CHOWN or chown or whatever, CHON. So I'm going to change my ownership so I can do whatever I want in the console. Just do it. And in here, after I do all of those things, and I'm now inside the index.php, I just copied and pasted some code. It just tests the MySQL data which I already inserted. So I'm just reading those table values, those user values, and I'm displaying it on my HTML. If that works, that means my bridge between PHP and my MySQL or the driver is working. If that's working, then that means my virtual private server is working. So that's it. First, these are the things that you need to know about creating your own virtual private server, which is, first of all, you need to log into your AWS, Amazon Web Services. Then you need to go to launch instance. After going into launch instance, then you need to create your instance, which is you have to give the specific name, and then you have to choose what is the OS image will be. I chose Ubuntu. It's simple to configure, as you could already see. After that, I created those security patches. I think I don't really remember the name, where I checkbox those SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS, so I could get responses from those things. Otherwise, you won't even be able to do anything from the browser. And then after doing all of this, I just, who am I put the code who am I, and I took the username, and I connected via MobaXterm, which is another versatile application. There you have your console and your file directory as well. Otherwise you could use PuTTY for the console in works, and FileZilla for those file transferring protocol things. But using MobaXterm actually makes your life very easier. You could do both those works in the same application, so you don't need no more configuration space. So yeah, that's it. And after I installed my MySQL server, I secured my installation, and then after I altered the user and I made my own password, which was 4 zeros, and then I installed PHP, which is, yeah, you need to install PHP, otherwise you won't even be able to run the PHP script in this. Then after installing PHP, then I just made a tiny little document where you can extract data from your database and display it. If all of those things works, that means we are done here. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any concern, please put down in the comments. Yeah, I know my language is very broken, but I'm trying to do better. So see you in the next video.